Okay, so a few weeks ago, Kajabi announced that they are doing a price increase for January 2026, and that price increase is somewhere between 20 to 25%, depending on the level of Kajabi that you have, and we need to talk about it. Hi, my name is Dr. Tracy Timberlake. I've been a business coach for the last 10 years, and I help other coaches, consultants, digital course creators, online entrepreneurs, and aspiring online entrepreneurs understand the art of digital business so that they can grow and they can scale and they can do all the things that they've wanted to do and make sure that they're monetizing their experience and expertise in the online world. Obviously, when you are building that kind of business, you need platforms that support the business systems that are required. For a very long time, I used Kajabi, and it's the platform that I recommended to a lot of my clients. I've made millions of dollars on Kajabi. My clients have made millions of dollars on Kajabi. And I was introduced to GoHighLevel a few months ago, and looking at everything that it had, I made that decision as the CEO of my business to move our stuff over. So when Kajabi made this announcement, I went into the Facebook group. Some people were asking me some questions, and I commented on one of them, and I said, yeah, so my team, we have already been in the process of moving everything over to GoHighLevel. It just seems like a much better platform for what it is we need. And to be fair, Kajabi has great customer support. So one of the senior vice presidents did reach out to me and ask me for a phone call and just wanted to chit chat a little bit about my thoughts, why I was moving. And so I explained to them, I was already in the process of moving. The things that I need are on GoHighLevel, and Kajabi doesn't have them. And we can talk about that in just a second. And I was explaining this to her, and this phone call was very interesting because I feel like she was just asking me for some advice on what they should do or how they should do it. And again, I have made well over 7 figures. My business has primarily been run using that platform. And so I think that they value the opinion of somebody who's been able to build a business like that. Having said that, this price increase was definitely solidifying my decision process to switching everything over. And I wanted to make sure that they knew that. This video is really just a chit chat because I want to break this down for you. Like, Kajabi has always been a very premium platform, and I don't mind paying for premium things to run my business. But here's the thing, that they're raising the prices in January 2026, which we talked about, and they're still not offering the things that I believe are necessary to run the kind of businesses that me and many of the people who I support and help need. And oftentimes with my clients using Kajabi, they're still paying for Calendly or ConvertKit or Zapier functionality. For those who really require a robust CRM system, they're having to do that externally of Kajabi's platform. Now, I have always paid for the highest level of Kajabi, and the highest level was like $389, $399, I'm not even sure, per month. And so they're raising that to $499. So again, it's about a 20% increase. If it had everything that I needed, maybe, but the fact that it doesn't, and GoHighLevel has that and more at a significantly cheaper price, it just makes it a good business decision. Because with Kajabi's price increase, plus all of the other things that you're probably going to need to make sure that you're running the back end, and I'm talking specifically to coaches or consultants, like I said, or course creators who run businesses like me. Most of my clients are sitting at like the $197 price point of Kajabi. But when you start adding in all of the other platforms and programs and systems that you need, plus the increase that they're doing in 2026, well, now you're looking at anywhere from between $300 to $500 a month minimum. So if you're searching for Kajabi's cost is too high, then this is probably what you're thinking through and what you're dealing with right now. And I do want to be very fair. Kajabi by itself is perfectly fine. It has some things that you're going to need. You can create courses, you can build funnels, you can make websites, you can do all of those things. So right out of the box, it's usable. But with this price increase, I just don't think that it's justified, considering you're still not getting a robust CRM with pipelines. You're still not getting built-in text messaging. You're still not getting advanced automations, if-then scenarios that are easy to map out and to see, sort of like the client's journey on the screen, which I love. You're not getting multi-brand support. I have 2 businesses, and both of those businesses, by the way, have separate Kajabi accounts because I can't put them under one. With GoHighLevel, I can have my agency operate. I can give my team log into the agency and they have everything there. And then I also have my personal coaching business there as well. And I have access to that and I can see everything there. So both of my business can coexist on one GoHighLevel account. Lead scoring, sales tracking, social media management. I mean, there's a lot of different features, but it's less about the features. It really is more about understanding profit and loss. Understanding what business systems do you truly need, and what does that look like in terms of buying it, or in terms of making sure that you have those subscriptions for a successful business month after month. Because I do want you to see in real time, black and white, how much money you're actually saving by making the switch. So I'm going to add up stuff from Kajabi. I'm only going to do one business. I'm not going to do both businesses for Kajabi because obviously that would be double. But let's just go $4.99, which I have used the highest level of Kajabi. So $4.99 per month. That's the price increase. I'm going to add Calendly in there, and I pay, I think, the $20 version of Calendly per month. So $20 for that. I also have a Zapier subscription, and I think that that's like $30 a month or something like $20, $30. I'm going to do $30 because I think that's what I have. I'm going to include a text messaging platform because that's separate from Kajabi. Kajabi does not have a text messaging platform. So that is $99 a month. I use Community. And I'm also going to include, well, I don't use Hootsuite, but if you are using something like a Hootsuite, which is, you know, anywhere from $20 to $50 to $100 a month, that's your social media management platform. Add that in. I'm not going to add that. I'm just going to keep it pretty simple and keep it here. And all the things that I use personally is $648 per month. So over the course of 12 months is $7,700, 77 and some change. So now let's take a look at what it costs to switch over to GoHighLevel and not have to pay for a lot of these external things. So for GoHighLevel, I am no longer paying for an external text messaging service. I'm no longer paying for an external calendar platform like a Calendly. I'm no longer paying for Hootsuite. I'm only paying for GoHighLevel, and it has all of that stuff built in. Even at the highest price point of GoHighLevel, and most people don't need this, by the way, you could just do the $97 a month version. That gives you courses, that gives you community, that gives you website, that gives you text messaging, it gives you emails and all that stuff. So $297 multiplied by 12, that's $3,500. So I am cutting my monthly expenses in half by switching to GoHighLevel. And like I said, you're getting more features, not just the text messaging, not just the social media, but you're also getting lead generation funnels. You're getting client onboarding workflows, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. You're getting more advanced client journey email sequencing with if-then type scenarios. Obviously, you have the opportunity to have more than one business on there because I'm spending about $7,700 for one business on Kajabi. The other business is roughly, I don't pay for the highest level there, so it's roughly about $5,000 a month, a year for that one. So $12,000, cut that down to about $3,500 a year that we're spending on our systems is a huge savings. So if you are looking for an alternative to Kajabi, we have to start looking at things with CEO level eyes. And sometimes CEO level eyes means that you have to make really tough decisions. Is it a pain and a hassle to go, oh, I have to move all of my landing pages. Oh, I have to move all of my courses. Oh, I have to move everything that I've built on Kajabi over to GoHighLevel. Yes, I can definitely say that's not fun. Having said that, this is what it looks like to run a successful business. Like, you have to make these kinds of high level decisions. And it's not even about cutting costs. If Kajabi had everything that I needed, I would happily pay the premium price. But the fact of the matter is it doesn't. And I have to add in all of these other things. Now, that's not to say they're not going to build them out. When I was talking to the senior vice president, I was voicing some of the things that I was looking for. And remember, I have worked with thousands of clients who are in the same industry as me. Yes, I recommended Kajabi to them, but quite frankly, none of them need all of the things that are happening over there to justify such a large price increase. So anyway, if you're looking at that Kajabi price increase and it does not excite you, and you're thinking about all these upgraded versions of the features that they have, and you're recognizing you don't need all of that, I am going to recommend that you at the very least try GoHighLevel. Do the 30-day free trial. I have a link down for you below. If you go to the regular website, they're only going to give you a 14-day link. So use the link to get a full 30 days. It is so simple to transfer courses over. I'll actually do a video on that next where I show you how to transfer your courses from GoHighLevel from Kajabi to GoHighLevel, because it's literally the click of a button. But right now, at the time of this video, Q4 of 2025, this is the best time to make that migration before the top of the year, because that's when that price increase is going to happen. So you can begin to migrate things over while you're still on Kajabi, but you have the free trial of GoHighLevel, so you can make sure that everything runs smoothly before you make the full commitment. And it gives you an opportunity to test some things and to try some things. I am doing a live training for everybody who signs up for GoHighLevel at the end of this month. It's currently October. So please make sure that you're on my email list, you're looking out for that. But if you've been thinking Kajabi is too expensive, this Kajabi pricing increase is not the vibe for me. You've been wondering about Kajabi versus GoHighLevel, just try it. That's all you can do, right? Is you can just try it. And I can tell you 100% that all of the clients that I have that have switched over have loved their experience. It is a learning curve, yes, but I will help you through that. But they've loved the experience because it definitely is a lot cheaper and it's what they need in this season of growth and scale. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful. I have more GoHighLevel videos coming up soon. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will talk to you in the next video.